On, guys? I want to give a shout out to Artie Lange. If you don't know, Artie Lange was on the Howard Stern show from 2001 to 2009. I think his first appearance on Howard Stern, he came with Norm Macdonald, and uh, Norm Macdonald was being interviewed, and he brought in Artie Lange as a guest. And Howard Stern loved his energy so much that he told him to return, and eventually he got a spot working on the show. Now, Artie Lange's time on Howard Stern is kind of infamous because he would nod out while he was working, because Howard Stern would film the radio show on video, and he would also record it it would play on the radio, but he would also film it. So you could go on a television show, ETV, to watch the show back then, and Artie Lange would be nodding out and would be really, really obviously high. And eventually he got fired from the show because Howard couldn't take the risk of Artie Lange. He didn't want to contribute to his downfall, because he made a lot of money on the show, and because because of the notoriety that he got from the Howard Stern show, he was able to book a lot of gigs. When you're on a high-profile radio show and you're a comic, you're able to book a bunch of gigs because of the notoriety that you're getting. And so many people are aware of who you are that you can, book gigs all over the country because of your job as a radio host. Now, Howard fired him because he felt like, with all of this accessibility to money, he may kill himself, right? And Artie Lange, ever since he got fired from Howard Stern in 2009, his life has been on a downward decline. But recently, I've got some really good news. Finally heard some good news about Artie Lange. And that good news is, in 2017, he entered into drug court. And he finished the program successfully. Now, mind you, only about 5% of the people in drug court finish. Drug court is a stringent, strict program. It's an alternative to being convicted for your crimes. Instead of being convicted by the court and having to have a criminal record and having to go to jail, the court can offer you drug court instead, which is a very intense program where you go to a bunch of meetings, you get drug tested, and it's very, very intense. And I knew a guy who was in drug court, and he actually got violated. See, in drug court, if you get a violation, you have to go to jail for a few days. A violation can be 30 days to 2 months. If you do something that's against the rules, they'll put you in jail for 30 days. And then when you get out, you have to start your drug court from zero. You have to start from the beginning. You don't come out and start and finish where you left off at. You have to start it all over again. And I knew a guy who actually was selling puppies. And somebody snitched on him to his drug court counselor, somebody who was also in the drug court program, and they told on him and said, hey, this guy's selling puppies. And because of that, because he didn't tell his counselor that he was making money selling puppies, they sent him to jail, and he had to begin his drug court all over again. And he also had another separate violation, a second one, because he bought a new car and didn't tell his counselor. So basically, when you're in drug court, your life has to be monitored by your counselor. You're only allowed to drive your vehicle to go to meetings. But if you want to go stop at a store to get a pack of cigarettes, you have to write that down and give it to your counselor. They have to know every move that you make. And if you do something in your life and they aren't aware of it, like if you stop at another store that isn't listed to get cigarettes, like if you said I go to Exxon to get cigarettes, but you go to another store to get cigarettes, they can put you in jail. They have to know every detail about your life. So it's a very stringent program, and like I said, only 9% out of 100% people actually finish it. So Artie Lange finished it, and it just feels so good as a fan of Artie Lange to see that he's finally doing something great. I can finally report good news about him instead of bad news, because he was doing so bad, everybody thought he was going to die. His nose is all funny looking now, but I think that Artie Lange is a story. I hope that it looks like he's going to be the comeback kid. And one thing about it, heroin, you don't really find too many comeback kids, so he will be the poster child to represent that you can come back from a serious heroin addiction. And salute to Artie Lange, man. And another thing that I would like to speak about is I'd like to speak about the fact that I don't even know what I want to talk about, to be honest with you guys. Yeah. I guess that's about it, Like I said, man, Howard Stern was really big in the 90s. I don't know if you guys were fans of him or not, but, I like Howard Stern. I haven't been watching him recently, but, It's all good. And, yeah. Yeah, man. Peace to Artie Lange. And, Ukraine's Zelensky visits newly liberated. Zelensky's, I don't know what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to create this cult of personality. It's really, really weird, man. Yeah, but yeah, salute to Artie Lange, man.